Well, greetings, BUS22 students. This is week number 4 in our 8-week course in managerial communications. I'm preparing this video on May 11th, which is Monday after the Canvas shutdown. So as you all know, from Thursday of last week until today, Canvas has been completely shut down. Many of you went in to try and complete assignments and you were unable to. Many of you emailed me letting me know of the issue. And of course, I was fully aware of it. And I did on Friday send an email to everybody, all my students. I went through WebAdvisor. I selected contact students. I selected your emails. I sent you all a mass email. However, I did do it through my email on my computer and not necessarily the RCCD email. However, it's worked before, so I don't know why it seemed like it either A, didn't work, or B, it did work and it went into your spam or junk folder and you didn't see the email from me, but it did explain that, yes, I would move due dates, and yes, Canvas was shut down. So with that in mind, again, today's May 11th, Monday. All the assignments that we were assigned this week are due on the 17th. Everything that we were assigned last week and you were unable to complete have now been moved to May 13th, which is this Wednesday. So I'm going to give you to this Wednesday to make up the assignments from last week. And I am going to remove a couple of assignments from what would be due on next Sunday, the 17th. So I'll be showing you that here in this video. So let me stop sharing this. Oh, by the way, you are going to be looking at, let me go back to that, sorry, chapters 4 through 6 this week, which is an important week. This is very important content because this is where we start getting into business writing. So I will be doing a Zoom session on Wednesday to go over business writing, and that's not going to change. So it is pretty critical, especially chapter 6. If I can emphasize any of them, chapter 6 is the most important when it comes to revising or editing your business writing, your business document. The first 2 chapters, planning and organizing, are great for getting started, but most of you don't need trouble doing that. You need trouble editing it and making a final document. So if you really run out of time, make sure you focus on chapter 6 predominantly. But let's go ahead and take a look at assignments for this week. And here we are in Canvas. So I'm going to scroll down. So again, our shutdown, we're actually ended module 1, but I'm going to give you to the 13th to do that. So let's select module 1 because you were working on week number 3. So is that working? Let's see. Yep, there we go. All right. So here we are, week number 3. So this is what you were supposed to complete by Sunday, but you were unable to. So now it's going to be due on the 13th. And I did change your check-in assignment to be due on the 13th. And I'm going to go ahead right now and change your exam to also be due on the 13th. So let me edit that as I'm speaking. Again, your exam is only based off of the first chapters that we've covered in this first module. And so I'm going to come down here. I'm going to change the due date to the 17th. And it's going to be due, I'll give you an extra week if you missed it to do it. And then I'm going to change it right here, May 10th now to May 17th. I'm sorry, May 13th. My bad. I meant to say May 13th. All right, so now you have until the 13th to do your exam, which is this Wednesday at midnight. And you also have until the 13th to complete your check-in assignment for last week. And I already changed the due date on that as well. So you should be good. So again, the 13th and 13th, that's when they're both due. So you have until Wednesday. Then on Wednesday, we are going to have a Zoom session on business writing. That's going to be at 11 a.m. All you need to do is click this link and it'll bring you to that. So it's announced on May 11th, which is today. You should have got an announcement about that. But if you select that, there is a link right here and you're able to do that at 11 a.m. I'd be love to have you. I think you're going to benefit a lot from this Zoom session. And yes, I will record it. And yes, it will be available afterwards. So if you're unable to make it, but if you're able to make it, it really does help the Zoom session go better. And I can answer any questions you might have. This week, you're going to be starting to look at business writing. So there was a memo that was due. Excuse me, you have a writing assignment of a memo that should be this week. Sorry, it's on the wrong week. So that's going to be due this Sunday. So what did I take out? Well, I didn't take out anything. I think I'm going to, somebody already did the quiz, so I can't get rid of that. So I guess what I'll do is I'll remove the check-in assignment for week number 4. However, I do want to highly encourage you to read chapter 6 especially, and then again to look at these PowerPoints on how to format a memo, because you're going to be writing a memo by the end of this week. And then I went ahead and moved your individual presentation and your discussion posts that were both due last Sunday. I'm not going to make them due on Wednesday like the rest. I'm going to go ahead and push that off one more week. So you have a little bit of a heavy week. Read the chapters, do the quiz, complete your individual presentation, which I'm assuming most of you were close already. Complete your discussion post number 1 by commenting on other students. Again, those were both due last Sunday, but because of the shutdown, I'm going to move them to this Sunday coming up. And then go ahead and do your writing assignment for your memo. And if you look at the instructions given on how to format a memo, and you also join me in the Zoom session, you will ace this memo. If you don't do that, if you don't review these PowerPoints and you don't go to the Zoom session nor watch it, you'll probably not do well on the memo. But it probably will only take you a half hour to complete if you, again, if you watch the Zoom session or attend the Zoom session, and if you read this PowerPoint here on how to format a memo, it'll only take you probably 30 minutes to complete that assignment. All right, so that's the plan right now. If you have any issues with any of this, please let me know right away. If you need more time because of work, maybe you work early in the week and you have no time to finish anything by Wednesday, like the exam or the check-in from last week, I will give you more time on those two as well. But if not, this is what's due all by this Sunday, the 17th. So make sure you get it all done. And again, if you need more time, please let me know. All right. So that's it. Have a great week. Hopefully we'll be back on track going into week number 5. And we only have 4 more weeks to go after this week in our course. So keep up the good work. Sorry for all the confusion and the shutdown. And of course, I had nothing to do with it either, but I know that could be extremely frustrating. And there may be a chance, by the way, that we do extend the very final week until Sunday. Right now it's June 12th, which I think is a Friday. So I'll probably give everybody until Sunday, the 14th, to get all that done as well. That'll kind of help you catch up if you start running behind. All right, well, if you need to get a hold of me, please reach out via email or text. If not, have a great week, and you will see me all on video again next week.